The numbers in our housing market are ever changing, so it's so important to stay on top of those changes. With Market Insights, we bring you the stats, facts, and figures to keep you and your clients informed. Join us now.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the May 2024 Market Insights for Landmark Title. Let's begin. Taking a look today, we're going to just touch base quickly on some local and national news. We're going to look at the Maricopa County numbers and some individual city numbers. And let's go a little bit deeper and begin with the next slide of rapid stats. So our total actives are at 12,460, single family 9,563, townhomes 1,035, condos 1,069, manufactured homes are still holding at 793. We did have an increase in closed at 4,485. Absorption rate has gone up just a little bit higher to 40%, approaching 42%. Coming soon, decreased slightly down to 655. Interest rates have peaked up just slightly here. We're probably averaging 7.13, give or take, for the beginning of the month. Our average sale price, ladies and gentlemen, probably the biggest swing of the month, did tip over $600,000. $607,012 per household was the average sale price in Maricopa County for the month of March. Well done. Next slide. As we take a look at the lawsuit settlements here, and sorry for the alignment here, just a little bit off, but ladies and gentlemen, we did peak over $950 million being paid out to the settlement behind NAR, Home Services America. They just settled literally in the last 2 weeks at $250 million. And the other major players on this list, Douglas Elliman, just settled for $8 million, bringing the grand total $950 million settlement payout. We're quickly approaching $1 billion. Next slide. The NAR president, Kevin Sears, and again, he pulled forward, he's going to actually have about a 16-month president role due to some changes at the top. But when he had a chance to speak to the big brokers at a recent conference, he literally stood up and said, "I'm sorry. I don't think they thought they were going to lose this lawsuit. They did. And hundreds of millions of dollars, approaching $1 billion, is being paid out." Next slide. Just some National Association of Realtor documents here. Median price of existing home sales is on the climb. It's at 393 nationally and starting to creep up higher. Obviously, our median home price at $600,000, more than $200,000 higher than the national level. Next slide. And then confidence in for realtors in what's happening with first-time home buyers, investors, cash distressed, and days on market. Ladies and gentlemen, things are up and down based on the year 2023 versus 2024. On a less than perfect scenario, first-time home buyers are down, investors are up, cash sales are down slightly, but pretty even keel. Distressed are still almost insignificant. Days on market have gone from 33 down to 29. This is on a national level, please. Next slide. When we move into just some headlines, what is interesting to know, ladies and gentlemen, is that Zillow Showing Time is acquiring Matterport. And just know that it's about a $1.6 billion payout for Matterport, and they're going to be creating content for our listings. Next. As we look at total actives pendings throughout, ladies and gentlemen, for all of ARMLS, top right-hand corner in April, 17,096. Again, total actives are again continuing to be on the upside. Maricopa County did tip over 13,000. Single family 9,563. What I'm paying attention to on this particular slide, ladies and gentlemen, is in the pending. We're just about 100, not even quite 100 more homes than we had last month. We were at over 7,000 sold last month. That's a good month for the month of March. Total sold in Maricopa County is even a higher percent. We're at 57.29, and single family is even higher at 44.86. So pendings are up, but they're up even higher in Maricopa County as a percent, ladies and gentlemen. Next slide. I just always like to give just a little bit of texture, ladies and gentlemen, at 153 zip codes right now today with 12,700 listings in Maricopa County. We're averaging 85 doors per zip code. Just a little texture. What to choose from, that is condo, single family, townhome, all the above, averaging 85 doors per zip code. Next. As we start to drill into the numbers here, ladies and gentlemen, our total actives on this strike point, 12,785, sold 5,191, under contract 7,533. If you look at the bottom left graph with the blue and the red line, median and average sale price, we are tipping right around 98, 99 percentile. That's just a very educated setup for the listing agent with the seller and the buyer agent with their buyers. They're working in concert and moving nicely. When you look in the bottom right graph of average and median sale price, dollars per square foot, that trend, in spite of the interest rates, has essentially been pretty even keel since June of last year. Not a big swing up and down for the last year. Next, please. When we look at absorption rate and month of supply, so the blue line is the month of supply, and we're running about 2.4 months, and absorption rates running right at about 40%. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we have 100 doors in a zip code, we're essentially selling 40 of those doors every month. Next slide. When we start to begin to look at our atomic level numbers, this is Maricopa and Pinal County combined together. When you combine those two markets together, listings are up in blue 37.9%. In yellow, the median sale price is up 6.3% at 264 average. Those are the two that I think are most relevant in this specific infograph. Next slide. As we break out Maricopa and Pinal County, it's really there's a little bit of a swing, and it continues to grow apart. So Maricopa County is averaging $274 per square foot. That's up 6.6%. Pinal County, 208 per square foot and it's up 5.3%. Boy, that swing is north of $60 per square foot between the two counties. Truly important to know that and document that. Next slide, please. Looking at Maricopa County only, and we're going to spend a little time on this slide. New listings are down just slightly, but they're at 7,517 doors. Active listings are up 0.76 of 1% at 12,000. Under contract, that is up 11% in the last 30 days, 33% in the last 90 days, and 66% in the last 6 months. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty significant, especially under the interest rates that we've been enduring. Sold listings are down slightly, but in the last 30 days, it's up 48%, almost double than what we had just three months ago. In the circle graph, sales transaction type, normal sales, again, 85%, new builds at 7.7, approaching 8%, flips at 5, and others at 1.1. That's a pretty consistent market, ladies and gentlemen, in spite of interest rates, in spite of the political environment we're in and the presidential year and war. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some significant factors going on in our globe. The Arizona market in the grand scheme is pretty steady from that perspective. Next, please. Also, this is again for Maricopa County only in the last 24 months. We're looking at new listings in the green vertical bars. You can see on the far right, the last 4 months, they continue to climb up, and new listings are north of 6,000 doors per month. That's a good run rate for us. The average sale price peaked in January and is leveled off somewhere around $318, $315 a square foot for new listings. And the median price is about $280. When we look at the active listings, the very bottom graph, active listings have been steady the last 4 months. Been the black line, average per square foot, in terms of active price at 340, up higher than 318 in the new listings that are coming on board. And they're selling for around 282, 285 median sale price per square foot. That is for all Maricopa County aggregated together. The individual cities and individual zip codes, we know, ladies and gentlemen, that can vary. Next slide. Just to give some texture, when we're looking at the active number of residential listings in the blue line here in front of us, I tend to focus on the right-hand side of the graph, which is the last 2-3 months, February, March and April of 2024. Our active listings in Maricopa County has been north of 12,000 doors and starting to level off at 12,785. Next slide. From there, under contract, we continue to climb up. In fact, we're approaching some of the highest points in our history. And if you look hard at this graph and you look at those three peaking points, that happens to be April of the last 3 years. April last month, April of 2023 and 2022. April of 2022 at 7,853. 2023, April 7655, April of 2024, 7533. That has been the peak selling month of the year in terms of under contract homes. Next slide, please. When we look at, next slide. When we look at new listings coming on deck, we've leveled off between 8 and we peaked at 9,000 for the month of March, but we're leveling off in the high 8,000 doors of new listings coming on deck every month. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good, strong marketplace for us. The overall continues to rise. Ladies and gentlemen, well done. Now, quick pause. We all know that compensation is coming out of the MLS Plano. We know, ladies and gentlemen, that there's a forms committee that is working day and night for new buyer broker documents across the threshold with contracts, etc. And look for that stuff to be coming in July 1st deadline to complete the Department of Justice and NAR deadlines. So change is coming. Stay close to your brokerage, and on top of the upcoming changes, this may impact our market just ever so slightly in terms of total number of actives, listings, and solds in the next 90 days. Next, please. When we look at canceled listings here, ladies and gentlemen, I added this slide in for this month for this reason. For the month of March of 2024, it's the highest it's been in over a year at 1,551, in spite of interest rates and pressures in the market. That went down about 150 doors to 1,441 last month. And that is not a significant number in the grand scheme of things as total number of cancel. I just want you to be aware of that, ladies and gentlemen. Next slide. Here we go into the individual cities. And Sarah, as we start to go through these, let's stop in Chandler, let's stop in Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, and Phoenix. So if we can pause just really quickly in Chandler, Arizona, coming up here, just a couple more. Here we go. Thank you, Sarah. So active listings here are up almost 40%. The market's up 6.3% with an average of $292 per square foot. Ladies and gentlemen, there is so many great things happening in the Southeast Valley between the Mesa Gateway Airport, the chip manufacturing, the Gilbert area, the Chandler area has just been on fire in a good way. Steady market, desired place to live. Wanted to highlight. Sarah, as we move forward, let's slow down when we get to Paradise Valley and take a look at some of those numbers there really quick, because we did have a couple key insights that are noteworthy in that particular community. It turns out, ladies and gentlemen, that Paradise Valley continues to be the most affluent zip code in our metro. And we're close. There we go. Sarah, great job. So our active listings in Paradise Valley are up 29%. The overall median price home is up 12% in a community that's the highest zip code in the state, it still had a 12% increase. It's currently median sale price at $733.71. Last year, record time in April, 65530. Go simply to the next slide, Sarah, and we'll stop again. Just to give some texture, that we used to have this phrase that the $1 million homes in Paradise Valley and other places kind of slowed down during the summer months, and that if you could afford $1 million home, you weren't around in the summer, you were living someplace else. So new listings are down 5% in that market. Active listings are down almost 6%, but under contract, 73 is up 14% and up 46% from 3 months ago, and up 114% from 6 months ago. Ladies and gentlemen, that individual market as a percent is really thriving. If I had one more graph I could show you, just please know that Paradise Valley average sale price is north of 4 million and list price is north of 5 million right now. It is, truly booming. Next slide. Let's pause here at Peoria for a second. Peoria is up 52%, and it's only up 4.2 compared to where it was last year. But again, at $265 a square foot, quality lifestyle, quality area there, and booming. Next one, Sarah. Let's go right on into Phoenix, please. There we go. Phoenix listings are up 54%, and it as a market, again, it's serving about 1.7 million people in our metro. Its home prices are up 8.2% at $290. Next slide, Sarah, and we'll hold. New listings here, 1765. That's up just 1%. Active listings at 2,707. That's up 4%. Under contract is a bigger number here. In the last 30 days, 12.6% under contract. 1631, that's 32% higher than 3 months ago, 72% higher than it was 6 months ago. Our market here, new builds are at 4.6%, flips doing strong here, approaching 8%, normal transactions at 85%. Phoenix as a whole is a very steady market, serving, again, 1.7 million homes. When you stand back and think of that 1.7 million population, when you look at active listings at 2,707 homes for sale of any type for over 1.7 million people, that's not a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah, as we're going through these numbers, let's stop one more time in Scottsdale, please. When we get into Scottsdale, here we go. Active listings are at 32%, median price up 5%, but it tipped, ladies and gentlemen, to over $407 per square foot median sale price. And the next slide, Sarah. We have new listings here at 874, active at 1951, under contract at 914. Very few new builds or flips, but 92% is one of the highest of just normal transactions happening in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we tipped over $400 per square foot for all properties sold. Ladies and gentlemen, as Sarah goes through the last few slides here, please know Landmark Title continues to do a great job for their clients. If there's something that they can do to support you and your business, feel free to reach out to your business development person. We are proud to share this set of data on a monthly basis, just to hopefully make a difference in your knowledge base when you're talking to your buyers and sellers. And look for this tool called Market Stats, Rapid Stats, as they call it, from ARMLS. Look for that tool to become widely available to all agents in the summertime. We'll talk more about that in the coming 2 months. But this will be a tool that almost everybody will be able to use daily if they choose. Have a great day out there. Make a good impact.
Thank you for watching. Join us every month on Market Insights to be the realtor in the know.